Alright guys, I'm here with early access to the Warden and the Paunch DLC. I wanted to go over and make a guide for Groms Cauldron mechanic. It is pretty straightforward, but it can also look very staggering and stressful at times. There's a lot of different ingredients and different ways to match things up. So let's just go over the basic mechanics. You start off with 2 ingredient slots, so you could basically take any orange color ingredient and any other color. So you match up 2 different colors. You can't put 2 orange ingredients in the same ingredient meal. It's not going to let you. So you have to pick out 2 different colors, and that will come up with different ingredients, a different finished meal with different effects. So we will go over those in due time. These 2 slots, you unlock them by doing challenges for the Troll Hag merchant that you will meet in Grom's campaign multiple times. Basically you have to cook. She gives you like a riddle, and you have to cook what's the riddle's explaining. Pretty straightforward if you could kind of simplify it down. Like the one time she was asking for any kind of pie. So what the ingredient we just made was a pie. It's a seafood quiche, but it is a pie. So you just make that and she will give you an extra slot. Now those extra slots basically give you, instead of, so in the beginning you're capped at 2 ingredients, so you can only have 2 effects, but the more slots you unlock, you can have 4 effects. Also, those different slots are important for making more advanced recipes that we will go over. If you do not want to know the recipes, then I will let you know when I'm going to go over them. But if you need help with different recipes and what each recipe does, how to get those recipes, because some of them are hidden, then just watch the video. Alright, so let's go over the different ingredients. So there's different colors. Like I said, you have to match 2 different colors to make a meal. So I'm just going to go over how to get each one, because I know it could be a pain. And especially in Grom's campaign, there's a lot of challenges, and there's different situations where you might be able to get each ingredient. So lion meat is pretty self-explanatory. You have to beat a white lion in battle, so either that be the 2 new units that you get with the chariots or just the pack, the lion pack. I'm not sure if you can get it by beating the white lions of Shrace in battle, the infantry unit. I'm not sure, but it'll give you speed for your goblin cav and your squig units. Troll meat, you have to recruit a troll, or you can start off with this ingredient as well in campaign. It'll give you regeneration for your goblin and night goblin infantry units. That's a very good beginning ingredient. Lizard legs. In order to get lizard legs, you have to kill a dino-like creature. Be that a dinosaur, T-Rex or Stegodon, anything like that. In Mortal Empires, it's a little harder to obtain because you don't really start by any lizard men, but in Vortex, you start by Krokar. You could beat him pretty easily with his Bastillodon. Boar meat. In order to get boar meat, you have to have a character on a boar. So basically, you put a shaman or an orc war boss on a boar and you will unlock the troll meat. It gives you your charge bonus and weapon strength for your boar cavalry. Gobble Legs. Gobble Legs give the Berserk ability from Norska, and it puts them on your orc infantry. So that's very strong mid-game if you need to buff your orc infantry to beat basically anything. I'll show you what I did later on. But to get Gobble Legs, you basically have to get a trophy from a WAAAAAAGHHHH. So you'll get this ingredient after you finish your first WAAAAAAAGHHH successfully. Centaur Milk gives your passive ability immense power for rogue idols, so that basically buffs your rogue idols. With Grom, you start off with that special item that gives you the ability to summon a rogue idol, so that will buff that as well, and then also give you that plus 10% research rate. Spider egg yolks. Add 5 Lava Spider Rider Archer units to your Regiment of Renown pool in campaign, and it also gives you the Maternal Instinct for Arachnarok Spider units, so that's the ability to summon the little spiderlings. In order to get this, you need to recruit an Arachnarok Spider, so that's pretty late game, unless you can get the special Arachnarok unit from beating a top 10 strength WAAAAAAGHHHH. To get the Centaur milk, you need to beat a Centaur in battle. Ectoplasm, you have to beat a ghost creature, so anything ethereal. This will give you ghostly protection for rogue idols and minus attrition. So ghostly protection is basically a physical resistance. Monster goo, you have to kill you don't have to kill anything, actually. You have to recruit the Swamp Thing's Regiment of Renown. This will give you the Monstrous Disease for trolls and giant units, and recruit rank +2 for trolls. The Monstrous Disease is basically a debuff. Stunty Ale. In order to get this, you have to sack a dwarf settlement. This will give you the dulled senses for trolls and giant units that makes them unbreakable, and recruitment cost -50 for trolls. Goldfish, you have to either explore the sea, you could get it in different sea encounters, or you can sack an empire settlement and you will get the Goldfish, which gives you income from all buildings, all regions +10%, global recruitment duration -1, and obedience +8. So that's very good for taking care of provinces and money. Late game, when you have a lot of provinces, you can buff all that income +10% and you'll make a huge difference. Plus you won't have to worry about rebellions. Tentacles. In order to get tentacles, you have to explore the sea and sack Norska. It's either or one of those things. You get income from sacking and looting settlements +10% and enables frostbite attacks for all your characters. Hardshell Crab. In order to get this, you need to explore the sea, either get it in a random sea encounter, or you have to sack the Vampire Coast. Earn 10 scrap every time you use it as an ingredient. Physical resistance +12% for Goblin and Night Goblin infantry units, and income from raiding +10%. So that's going to be good for any mechanic, any character that you use for raiding. You're going to get that +10%. Ocean clams, you need to, same thing, all of these ingredients you can have a chance of getting at exploring at sea, but for this one you have to sack Bretonia if you want the for sure way to get the ingredient. So that gives you a random amount of gold, casualty replenishment rate +10%. Pufferfish adds 5 Super Squig units to your Regiment of Renown pool, so that's basically the bloated corpse version of the squig. In order to get the Pufferfish, you have to either get it on the on-sea encounter, or you have to beat a bloated corpse in battle. Green Spores. In order to get this, you have to basically follow the Black Tooth quest line for Grom. You'll get this ingredient fairly easily if you just pay attention to your quest lines. And this gives you 5 reputation and +10 for growth. Indigo Milk Caps. In order to get this, you need to have a level 15 Orc Shaman. Gives you hero action cost -25% and hero action success chance +10. So that's pretty good if you can get that. In the campaign, just go for, you gotta have a lot of heroes, go for each shaman, and then the troll hag, because each of these ingredients as well, you're gonna have to get a level 15 troll hag and goblin shaman. This one is for the troll hag. You get enemy leadership -8 and enemy siege holdout time -5. So that, you start off with a troll hag, so I mean this one's pretty easy to get, and this is a very good debuff ability. Enemy leadership -8 is pretty good. That nullifies basically the legendary buffs that the AI gets. And then you also get the -5 for enemy siege holdout time. A bit OP if you ask me. Glowing Shrooms, you have to get the level 15 Goblin Shaman. Gives you the minus 10% to all spell cooldowns and Wind of Magic starting amount plus 10. Hell Pepper Shrooms. In order to get this, you need to basically recruit a Night Goblin Fanatic unit. This gives you the Frenzy for Goblin units and fire resistance. Dragon Tail. To get this, you have to beat a dragon, a wyvern, or a frostworm in battle. It gives you the Dragon Breath ammunition. This basically makes your projectiles will cause explosive damage for your goblin infantry archer units. Harpy Heads. To get a Harpy Head, you need to sack a Dark Elf settlement. Pretty easy to do in Vortex because you start near Malice. You could kind of bully him if you really wanted to. Or, I mean, all of these units, all these ingredients you can get through the Hag Merchant. It is RNG. It's randomly selected which one you get when you purchase an ingredient for her. You can only do it once every time you meet her. So that's Harpy Heads, gives you ammunition plus 10 for your goblin archers, and Harpy Teeth ammunition, increased number of projectiles. So basically gives you the double shot mechanic that the Wood Elves have. Eagle Talons, Eagle Sight ammunition, increased armor piercing damage for your archers. In order to get this, you need to get the Axe of Grom, the Elf Biter, is quest item. And once you complete that quest battle, you'll get this ingredient. Wing Leather. In order to get Wing Leather, you need to kill a flying Lustrian beast, so basically pterodons or riperdactyls, or you can blow up and kill any winged machinery. So I'm going to assume that's gyrocopters or the Doom Diver catapult, but I'm not 100% on the Doom Diver catapult. And that will give you the range and hollow bone ammunition. That's an anti-large ammunition, so that's going to be good for any anti-large, obviously. Phoenix Claws gives you the Phoenix Fire, fire damage for Goblin and Night Goblin missile units. In order to get this, you need to obtain a trophy from a WAAAAAAGHHHHH that you used to target a High Elf settlement. So that's going to happen in your Grom campaign because that's the whole goal. So you'll get that. So this is the time where I'm going to go over the different recipes and all the different buffs you can get with Grom. So I'm going to open the recipe panel. If you do not want to have your spoilers, then just exit the video now. If you do need help finding certain recipes, then just watch the rest of the video. So there are 15 recipes in all. These are more advanced recipes, and these are simple recipes that you can get by mixing different colors. As you can see, there isn't any specific order you have to worry about when putting your ingredients in. So there's not going to be a different meal for an orange and yellow and a yellow and orange order. So it's really, you either have the color or you don't. Let's go over these simple ones first. The Magnum Pizza
lovely stuff
will give you the physical resistance 15% for Grom and melee defense on top of the ingredients you use, whatever ingredients you use for those colors. So we're going to go over basically what this gives Grom.
Does Grom got to eat the bread?
The fishy shroom burgers. You could use a blue and red ingredient, either any of them. This will give perfect vigor for Grom and fishy breath, which is a wind spell, like a breath attack. Not a troll breath attack, but like a tear-shaped attack, kind of similar to what is pestilent breath. Similar to pestilent breath, good for taking any unarmored units out pretty easily say skinks or zombies.
Bite-sized pieces. Grom will need 1,000.
Nuggets and slime, yellow and green ingredient. Any of those will give you campaign line of sight plus 20% for Grom's army, campaign movement range plus 10% for Grom's army, and immune to attrition for Grom's army.
Got a built-in toothpick.
Bony Meat Skewers will give you spiky skin for Grom. That's basically a resistance. And missile resistance for 30% for Grom.
Better not have any veggies.
Wyvern Stew gives you Unbreakable and Frenzy for Grom. Any red and green ingredient will make that.
Awful. Yeah.
Shrooms and sausage.
Living.
Grom likes the sausage. Gives you Bangers and Smash. And charge bonus plus 25. So that's Bangers and Smash is a leadership buff, similar to Get Back Here or Stand Your Ground. It also gives the charge bonus as well to nearby troops.
Only the finest armpit-grown shrooms.
Cheesy Shrooms gives you Slime Smoothie and Stock. Slime Smoothie is a buff. I believe it is a missile attack. No, it is not a missile attack. It is similar to Earthblood. It will heal your units. And that's a good way to get some regeneration for greenskins.
Smells like troll farts.
Gobby Seafood Ish gives you the Goggly Glare, and that's basically Vindictive Glare. And then it'll also give you Terror for Grom.
Beaks and bones. Adds to the flavor.
Misty Mountain Broth gives you Sundering attacks and base weapon damage plus 100, so that's a big buff for him.
Leg meat and fish guts. Yum.
Grom's Surf and Turf gives you plus 10% replenishment rate for Grom's army for goblin units, and just in general Grom's army. So your goblins are going to regenerate a little bit faster either way. So let's get to the advanced ingredients. These are a little bit fun.
Mork's Grom's favorite god for a reason.
Mork's Blood Pudding gives you the bound spell Fiery Convocation, so that's basically the big Flaming Phoenix spell. It also gives you flammable attacks for Grom and Grom's army.
Dead things plus extra dead things.
Ghost Crab Royale gives Cause Fear for Goblin and Night Goblin infantry units, and Ward Save plus 10 for Grom only. That's a little bit lackluster compared to some of these other ones.
Not enough elf get in it.
Elven Foyer Grass. Whatever that is, not sure. Gives you recruit rank plus 4 for all units, global recruitment duration minus 2, and unit experience gain per turn plus 50. So that is good for when you're mustering another army. Good for anything like that. For your second army, or if you're recruiting new units for Grom.
Berry meat. Give me a vat of it.
Bugman's Battered Ribs gives missile strength plus 15 for your artillery units and ammunition. It also gives the flash bomb ability for Grom, so that's basically a debuff ability in an AoE.
Grom don't see no squirrels.
Fried Squirrel Fish enables lightning strike battles when reinforcements are present, and ambush success chance plus 15%. So these are the ingredients. For these 5, you need to use the spider egg yolk and a green and blue ingredient, the stunty ale, red and orange ingredient, the eagle talons, the red and orange ingredients, ectoplasm, the orange and blue ingredients, and then the bell pepper shrooms and the yellow and orange ingredients. So basically that's an outline for Grom's mechanic, different recipes, how to get each ingredient and what each ingredient does, what each recipe does, how to get each ingredient in campaign situations. Hope you liked the video and hope you liked the sneak peek to the Warden and Paunch. I just want to thank CA for giving me early access, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you like the content, and be sure to comment on what you want to see next for the early access footage. Goodbye and have a good one. Stay safe with the coronavirus and have a good day.